The mini mental status exam is a great example of how Galen's ENGINUITY content overcomes barriers and limitations within the MEDITECH system. This exam is designed to be conversational and it can be used in any device. It works best on a tablet or touchscreen. As I walk you through the mini mental status exam, you will see that I am no longer restricted to 75 characters per question. I actually have an unlimited amount of characters to use. In order to begin the exam, I simply click the Launch question. The first 5 questions ask the patient about their orientation to time. I can either mark these as correct or incorrect. The next 5 questions ask the patient about their orientation to location. Again, marking them as correct or incorrect. The next question assesses the patient's ability to recall and listen. It asks the administrator to name 3 unrelated objects and then asks the patient to be able to recall them. The administrator can use the footer button to mark the number of tries that the patient took. This question assesses the patient's attention and calculation abilities, asking them to either subtract backwards by 7s or spell the word world backwards. Use the footer buttons to mark how many correct answers they provided. The recall question asks the patient to recall 3 unrelated objects from question 3 and score the number correct. The identification question asks the administrator to show the patient 2 objects and identify them. The repetition question asks the patient to correctly recite a specific phrase. In this case, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. The 3-stage command wants the patient to follow step-by-step instructions and mark how many are correct. In this case, we are asking the patient to take a piece of paper in their right hand, fold it in half, and put it on the floor. The reading question asks the patient to read the text on the screen. The administrator can use the eye to launch the text we want the patient to read. If the patient gets this correct, then you can mark it as correct. The writing question asks the patient to write a complete sentence using a subject and a verb. The copying assessment shows the patient a picture of 2 intersecting pentagons. The instructions indicate that all 10 angles must be present and 2 must intersect in order to mark it as correct. Again, the administrator can use the eye to launch the picture of the pentagon. When the exam is complete, the scoring section will update with a score and clinical interpretation. The interpretation will indicate either normal or abnormal and provide specific information about the patient's education abilities, their cognitive function, and their risk for dementia.